on January the 22nd from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. and January 29th from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Go to the Delta Grand, male and females from 15 years old on up to 20 to 30 characters. So come by, have a monologue ready. Shakespeare preferred, but not required.
I want to thank Kevin at Baudelaire Motors, the collision location, which is their new location on the I-49 Service Road at the Judson Walsh exit there. Real nice. He's very happy. I had a problem that developed over the weekend with a window that wouldn't stay up, and with this cold weather, you had to have it. I brought it in. It's already been fixed, and so Kevin, thank you, and good luck. Continued good luck on that. We wanted to show some pictures.
Again?
Did you?
I got this right here.
You got it. You're ready. Okay, and this gentleman here is Mr. Chick Harrison. I had a long conversation with him. He's been with the Evangeline Maid
bakery, I guess what you call it?
Evangeline Maid Bakery. He's been here in Lafayette about 25 years, but he's been with the company that owns it out of Georgia for 40-something years. Real nice guy. Invited us to go by and make a visit, and he's just a real super nice guy. And every Wednesday he allows like classes of children to come by and look at how mechanized and how automated they are. I'm anxious to go not only to see him, but to see this equipment that they have. And this is some, it was a supper, and I think it was...
Welcome back, KSLO.
I think it was honoring or introducing to the public Nathan Granger, who has announced and is running for the state Senate position that, what was it, Nick Gautreaux? And it had the southern part of St. Landry Parish, all of Vermilion, a part of Acadia, and a part of Lafayette. You talk about some territory. The picture you see here, of course, is Mr. Chick and Bobby Duhon, not the Bobby Duhon with Benton Specialty, now Mr. Guichard Drilling, but this is he works with Chick. He heads up the transportation department, which is a big getting all that bread
on time,
all over. The gentleman, the third guy is Sammy Hebert with Hebert's famous specialty meats in downtown Maurice, Louisiana.
Where the turduckins got rolling, I think that's, if they got famous, it was him that was the big promoter.
That's correct. Oh no, it was real nice, and we got a few more pictures.
One more thing about that election while we're talking about it. If you want to vote in that election and you're in St. Landry Parish in one of the spots, like a Sunset, Cankton, Lewisburg area, you can go and register to vote up until Wednesday, February the 16th at 4:30 p.m. That's it. Wednesday, February 16th, 4:30 p.m. is your last day to go register to vote. The elections on March 19th. Don't forget.
And I'm sure each parish probably has about that same.
It's the same date at every parish.
Same date in each one of these parishes. The whole district, in other words.
Right. Back to our photos.
Okay. And then now we have on the right, it was the honoree, Mr. Nathan Granger. You have a picture to show.
Another photo. Yeah. Show that ad.
That you did, Mark. Last Wednesday, we talked about Nathan Granger. I had never met the man, and spoke about him. He had run a full-page ad in the Wednesday paper across the whole district. And it tickled me, you know, that he hadn't qualified yet, because qualified started at 8 o'clock that morning.
Right.
So he was out there, and I got invited to a supper Tuesday night, and who is the supper for? Nathan Granger. Real nice, very active person. Here he is with some of his friends. They probably had about 75 people there for a delicious barbecue that Bobby Duhon and some of his friends prepared. I want to thank everybody for being so cordial. I met another young man that I didn't take a picture, and I'm talking about David Lestraps. David does lawn and when you do the nursery, not the nursery.
Landscaping.
Landscaping.
That's the word.
He purchased a lot many years ago on Megan Drive. He eventually sold it, married a girl from around the Maurice area, and that's how he was at the subject. He lives right there. Good morning to you. I apologize. I don't have your card in front of me, but I remember just a bunch of they made me feel at home.
Benny's Supermarket. I'm looking at their latest ad. They got a bunch of gumbo pots in the picture. And I did a gumbo this past Monday. I'm going to talk about it a little bit later. And I went to Mr. Benny's and picked up a whole bunch of the stuff. We got all our drinks there.
That's where I bought everything, right?
Lowers the law can allow prices for the beer. I got some bell peppers. I want to tell you, 59 cents a piece. Those bell peppers. Biggest, prettiest bell peppers you ever saw. If you like the stuffed bell peppers, I think David Link went buy some of the stuff and put some seafood in. He loves the stuffed bell peppers. Go to Mr. Benny's. Best of the best produce. Great, great food. Miss Mary's Gift Shop. 7 days a week, catered food. They provided us with some potato salad. Instead of having to worry about all that while I'm cooking the gumbo, the potato salad was done. They do all that for you. They can cater the whole meal if you want that done at Benny's Supermarket. And don't forget Little Benny's Sports Shack for nutritional supplemental needs if you're a workout guy.
All right, we have no more
photos.
pictures.
Let's go.
Okay, right now we have two gentlemen here. One of them I've known for many, many years. On the right is Tommy Angel, and on the left is his parrain, Mr. Kurt LeBlanc, who, when he was working, he was the principal at Cecilia High, and of course, Tommy Angel just recently was elected to the Lafayette Parish School Board. He was in Baton Rouge a week ago. While I was having lunch at the hotel, I met his beautiful wife, Miss Dorothy, in Baton Rouge at the restaurant, told her hello, and also a week later, I meet up with the husband, Tommy. So, and here I am. We stopped in. We went to visit. Yep, George Richard and I visited John and Norma Lee and the family. George is actually, I was introduced to George by my brother John. They were good friends. And George had come to town. We stopped at the Envy Cafe on Calais Saloon Road. And a friendly little place. First person that I met was Chris John and his twin sons. He is a lobbyist now. And I told him, I said, boy, it's been so long since I've seen you. Well, he says, I see you quite often. And of course, he watches and enjoys. He says he enjoys the Bobby Dupre show. Thanks for making me feel good. And then
these two ladies,
there's two ladies right here. It's on the right is the mother, Miss Virginia, and on the left is her daughter Rachel. And Rachel is a agent with LAFAC out of their Lafayette branch of Aflac. I'm sorry, Aflac. Aflac, the little duck.
Right, the duck.
The duck, there you go.
Kick back to us, Mark, for a minute.
And then there was one more person there, and I don't know if he watches the program or not, but he goes by the name of Dinky Leonard. And he lives in Lafayette. He says, did you know Seth Lewis Jr.? I said, I sure did, very well. He said, well, then you might know Butch and Kay Lazaro. I see them all the time. I said, well, tell them hello from Bobby. And I said, we graduated from high school together. So real nice, friendly guy, and seems like he makes his round. So to everybody, then I met one other person while we were there, Jared Veron, and this small world now, his mama was one of Mr. Pat Willis's daughters. Pat Willis had one son, Pat Willis, who is an attorney and also is the general manager of the big Chevron at Nuba.
Correct.
Big truck stop over there. And in other words, that would make Jared Pat Willis's nephew. And good conversation. He just recently changed jobs. He was in the restaurant business. Now he's working for one of the Halliburton companies. So good morning to all of you, the waitresses and everybody. Just a friendly place. If you needing to go in and be relaxed, you're going to enjoy it. In fact, Chris John was eating some beautiful crawfish. They're already boiling crawfish. No kidding. Yes, sir. They're on top of the top.
How about this? Not this Saturday, but next, the Catholic Daughters are going to have their annual gumbo. You can go from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. to Opelousas Junior High's cafeteria on Market Street. They're going to have homemade cakes, candy, and chicken gumbo. All that money helps to buy toys for underprivileged kids. They do a lot of work in the community for our cerebral palsy kids. They do a lot of things to help our cerebral palsy kids as well with the Catholic Daughters. They're going to sell the tickets $5 a piece at this weekend's Masses, the 22nd, the 23rd, or you can call Narma Hargruda 942-4807.
You know, I couldn't find David Lestrap's card. You know why?
Why?
It was under my hand right here. I was hiding it. If you need to reach him on his cell, it's 337, of course, 319-7855. Real nice looking, friendly guy. I think you'd be pleasantly surprised, and he's aggressive and can do the job right the first time.
This weekend, 10 a.m. Saturday, is the Walk for Life 2011 over here. It's the 24th year that they've done the Walk for Life. I think it's one of the oldest ones in the nation. From Queen of Angels, they have a little presentation where they'll do a little talking before they start walking, and they walk all the way from there to the New Life Center to recognize the right for life for the young and for the old. Go by if you're a child. Make sure you're with an adult. Make sure you've got a ride back from the New Life Center back to the church. You can call John and Jerry Miller at 948-9559.
Let's not forget that the LSU Eunice Bengals is having their annual banquet Sunday, January the 30th. That's not going to be this Sunday, but next Sunday, a week and a half from now. And it's going to start at about 2:30 with a little cocktail party, a little visitation period. And then the program itself starts at 3 p.m. in the Acadian Center on the LSU Eunice campus. And of course, we know that Jeff Willis, the coach there, has put together a real great offensive, defensive team, and has won the junior college
World Series
a couple of times, at least.
Times, I guess.
And beautiful facility there. And this is to help keep all that great facility and help encourage youngsters that are looking for a good program, maybe go there 2 years and then move on to the LSU or UL baseball team or any other one.
And it encourages a kid that maybe is a good athlete, was never good at the books. When they're going to go over there, they're going to learn how to get good with the books as well. So you're not just helping them on the sports side.
They have good tutoring program.
You're helping a guy get another shot at a good education.
And of course, Mel Didier, our Mel Didier, we call him ours because he stayed in Opelousas 8 years. And of course, he was over in Lafayette, UL, Baton Rouge at LSU. I mean, so Coach D, it's going to be good for all of us to have an opportunity to visit with Coach while he's still in great health.
KSLO and television. Folks, the first half hour's over. We're going to see y'all on the other side of 3.